It's a great atmosphere in here. A night where the Gunners can end a 14-year wait for a quarter-final place in the Champions League. But Porto have the lead, are full of confidence themselves right now. It really couldn't be set up any better. The Arsenal players looking pensive, but they look confident as well. All the pressure on them tonight. Players who are becoming used to high-stakes games have another one here. It's a night for brave hearts and for strong minds.
They get patience from that kind of performance, do you think, that they will need tonight against a team that Martin's saying similar?
I don't know, but patience, I think they have to go for it. I said before, I think you've got to start this game as you mean to go on. They've got to be aggressive. Mikel Arteta, we spoke to him there. He spoke about being better in the attacking phases of the game. At no point were they really direct. They've got to strike some fear into these players. One thing I would say about this Porto team, the fullbacks enjoyed defending 1v1 in the last game. You can't, as Saka, as Martinelli, they can't have these two fullbacks come off the pitch saying, you know what, that weren't bad, that I enjoyed that. They need to make this place a fortress. It's becoming that in the Premier League. These fans are playing their part. The players are making them get off their seats. They need to do that here in the Champions League again tonight.
I think, though, that this structure for Jorginho, and I'm going to keep going on about it, where he sits next to Declan Rice, who now goes forward and plays like an 8 and has been magnificent. I just think that what that means is the fullbacks now are not inverted. They can get down the flanks, and you can get your 2v1s on the side of the pitch, and that's going to play a significant part tonight.
And Jorginho passes the ball forward very well. That's one of his best traits of his game. He's a conductor. He looks at the tempo, controls that tempo, but also if them gaps start to appear, he will slide the ball through the lines to the likes of Declan, to the likes of Odegaard, who then can turn and become the creators, and you get further up the pitch, and then you get around a 41-year-old Pepe, and then you start to cause problems, you'd like to think.
More goals, more assists than he's ever had in a season at any point in his career. But Jorginho, I think, listen, 2021 Ballon d'Or, 3rd place, and he wasn't in Arsenal's midfield at the start of the season. Now he is, and I think he brings a whole lot of experience. He's like the coach on the pitch. He's the manager himself on the pitch. I think one day we'll see him managing, by the way. He's got a great deal of talent. He brings a lot of calmness. He's a winner of this competition previously. He's perfect for a night like tonight.
But what I would say, when you're in that dressing room, I'll be baffled if no one in that dressing room is saying, listen, right, get around Pepe. Imagine we was in our change room there. 41 years, I'll be saying, if my striker's not wrapped around him in the first 5 minutes and making him know he's in for a game, I am going bananas screaming at one of my strikers, because you have to try and exploit any weakness. You've got to think at 41 years old, he's not in his prime, he's still a fabulous player, somebody with vast experience. But I want to test him. I want them legs feeling the lactic acid at 60 minutes. I want him stretching his hamstrings off about 70 minutes, because he knows he's been in a game.
I don't know from him still. I don't know where he plays. I don't know what his position is. If you ask me what is he, I would have to say, well, he's probably a forward. But what kind of forward? Does he play from wide? Does he play as a 9? Does he play as a 10? I mean, I don't know
what he is.
Yeah. He plays everywhere.
Is that his strength? That if you don't, chances are the opposition don't either.
So I really think that when he signed for Arsenal, he signed to be a striker.
Where Chelsea played him.
Through the middle.
When he was at Chelsea, where Chelsea was playing him. So he had to adapt and adjust his ability. Probably Arteta has been very smart.
So you think he was a 9, a proper 9?
Why did Germany play him left side then?
He was a 9, yeah. He was a 9. So
Germany play him left side?
Yeah.
So...
And then we've seen him right side of a midfield at Arsenal. We've seen him centre forward. We've seen him right side, left side of a front 3.
So should we look at that then as a positive and say he is so good he can do anything, or he's actually really not very good and can't find a position?
Let me ask you this then. Do you think if everyone's fit unavailable and at the 100%, does he get in Arsenal's strongest side right now? I don't think he does. Right now, I don't think he does, because I think he would pick Jorginho and he'd pick Rice and Odegaard, and then he's got Martinelli, Jesus.
He plays Jesus,
and then Saka. I think that's his.
That's his team.
That would be strongest side if they're all fit and working at 100%. So that tells you he fits in a lot of positions. He's got 9 goals this season.
Versatile is his word, isn't it?
That's the one. But you don't ask us. I mean, Marcel thinks he's a 9. I don't. I think of all the positions,
he was a 9 at Chelsea, wasn't he? Isn't that the role he had then? Well, nevertheless, by default, he was a 9. He was playing through the middle, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was, but only by default. I don't think it's his natural position.
I was going to say, but his numbers didn't justify that, did they? I mean, all right, he got the winning goal in the Champions League final.
So one goal, the size of him, he's not good in the air, is he?
No.
I mean, you'd expect him to be winning headers, flick-ons, like bouncing off him, holding it up. He's a bit lightweight. I agree with Andy. I don't know whether he's a centre-forward who comes deep and affects it that way, or he's not quick enough to run the channel, so he's not going to go that way too much. He wants to get it in and around the box, doesn't he, and get back onto his left side.
I mean, he's a really good player.
He can play.
Ability,
Germany played him at left back.
Left back,
he scored for Germany.
He's got a tremendous ability. Maybe his biggest problem is he's so versatile, and he can play everywhere. That teams use him, and if they had a problem at midfield, he was playing in midfield alongside Odegaard, so he played in there. Then they've got a problem with Martinelli,
he can do that.
So he can go and do that if he wants, or play up front.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أهلا بكم مشاهدينا الكرام. في فيديو النهارده هقول لك على تفاصيل مباراة الجونة والزمالك في الدوري المصري، ماذا حدث في هذه المباراة. مباراة الجونة والزمالك انتهت بفوز الجونة 1-0، أحرز الهدف إبراهيم صلاح لاعب الجونة. طيب إحصائيات الفرقتين: تسديدات على المرمى، سدد الجونة 4 تسديدات على المرمى، بينما سدد الزمالك 4 تسديدات هو الآخر على المرمى. الاستحواذ كان لصالح نادي الزمالك برصيد 71% مقابل 29%. التمريرات 85 تمريرة بدقة تمرير 67% للجونة، و21 213 تمريرة بدقة تمرير 87% للزمالك. الإخطاء 3 الجونة 1 الزمالك، بطاقات صفراء 1 الجونة 0 الزمالك، لم تشهد المباراة أي بطاقات حمراء. حالات التسلل 1 الجونة 0 الزمالك. الضربات الركنية 1 الجونة 2 الزمالك. وزي ما احنا عارفين ان الزمالك جاي لعب هذه المباراة بعد خسارة